Welcome to the market review and trading ideas. In today's video, we are going to show you how we took different trades from the previous prediction of the market. Remember our previous videos, we predicted the market from Sunday. So now we are going to show you the entries that we took from there and even what we are looking for tomorrow in the market. So guy, does that sound amazing? Remember to subscribe on the channel, like the video, leave the comment below, and we are coming back straight on today's video on the market review. Okay, welcome back. Welcome to the market review and trading ideas for what we are looking for the next week. Okay, remember guys, you have to watch these videos, they are very important. Now, we talked about the pre-market analysis from Sunday. Okay, so now even yesterday the market continued to move, and even I tried to post some analysis from some currency pairs in the community. So now what we are looking for, we need to review of what we predicted from the previous weeks and even from last Sunday, as the market was getting ready to be open on Monday. So yesterday, as I talked about from my previous video, from where I've been saying that as the market is going to be open, you have to be careful. You have to wait until the market is open after a weekend, so and see which reaction is from the market movement, because you expect most of the times the gap from price. So now what happened from DXY, let's start from there. DXY dollar index, the dollar index was from the higher time frame, we're expecting to be reversing to the downside. We are trying to make some retracement. There are some areas we mentioned that where we can take a sell from. Now remember, let's start from the higher time frame, from the daily time frame, to explain this well. If you are someone who didn't watch our previous videos, you can get an opportunity to know where this comes from, this formation of prediction. So let's start from the higher time frame, daily time frame, and see where the idea of selling this came from. So we had this area, okay, we had this area which is a supply area from this area. So I tried to explain from our previous videos that when the market is moving down, remember we are making low, lower high, low, lower high to the lower low, waiting for the lower high from this area to continue with the lower low. So we waited for so long. After the market tried to make some imbalance areas, creating liquidity from this area, we continued moving down as long as we are waiting for the reversal to the upside. This is where the market ejected from again as a target from the previous strong high, and that's where we are waiting to be selling from. That's why the market, when it started ejecting from this high, we were expecting that the sellers are going to get momentum to take the market down. That's why we had to be careful from this area, and even keep in our mind that this is a reversal area as long as we are from the higher time frame. So this one was an opportunity. We started by making a high to the low, to the high, to the low, to the high. This is an head and shoulder. We went to the low, we had the high, we are waiting from this area. This area is a high and even is a supply zone, and even this is from the neckline. So the market moved up, we gapped up. This is when the market was opening. So the market moved up and rejected from a specified area that we talked about. So then we started rejecting from there with this bearish candlestick. So what we are still focusing on now, we are looking for the bearish reversal from this area. Let's check from the lower time frame and see what we have from there. Moving to H4, okay, let's check from H4. We have this rejection from rejection from this area as we made a high and sweeping liquidity from this area. So now the market is balanced. Now what are we looking for is the downtrend continuation, because you can see the candlesticks are bearish. So how can we continue looking for selling opportunities? This pending order has been activated as we predicted. So now what we are looking for the lower and lower highs. That is the only thing that we wait for when we are moving down. So when we are not in the market, we need to start seeing this market making a lower low by starting breaking these previous lows, so that the market can even make a lower high. We continue with the lower low as we predicted from our previous video. Okay, remember we started from January this year by predicting that the DXY is going to be reversing to the downside if we get those indications from this area. So that we got those indications. Now we are still expecting the market to reverse to the downside, but we have to be careful from this area. We had an entry which has been activated. We are in the profit. We are moving down. And if we are not in the market, we have to be careful with these areas. These are also demand area. But since the market is from the supply stronger zone, remember it's from the higher time frame, we are still defending this. We are still defending the downtrend reversal. Okay, so now this is H4. From H1, what do we have from there? 1 hour time frame. Okay, we are still moving down, but we are trying to reject from this area. That's why we have to be careful with this area. Okay, and even if we stay above this area, what are we going to be looking for is to stay away when we are not in the market, because there are higher probability, or there are possibilities that the market is going to be also reversing from this area, rejecting from this area, moving up, and even we can get an opportunity to start breaking below this area and continue downside. That's what we are waiting for from DXY, to see if we can move up or if we can continue by breaking below these areas and start moving, as well as we are looking to sell from the lower highs. So that is my idea from DXY, as we are targeting from the last lowest points. This one, this is where we are heading. So this is the target. This is the target, and even from the previous strong area where we reversed from by moving in the uptrend. This one, okay, this is where we have to also wait from by taking a TP. So if we start breaking below this area, we have a very high probability to continue moving down. So now moving to let's check from gold. Okay, start from gold here. Okay, I have sent it gold from this morning. We are predicting also uptrend continuation. Let's check from our screenshot. Okay, so these are two areas I was waiting from. Okay, so this is 30-minute time frame. I was expecting the market to reject from this area. If you know how gold move, respect by breaking the high to the low to the high, retracement from the previous high, and then we continue with the high. Sometimes we create some fake out. If you are not familiar with gold, you have to be careful. Now we are waiting from this area. There are possibilities from gold that we can move down and we end up rejecting from downside, so we start looking for entries from this area. That's why we specified this area. There is a high probability that we can reject from this one so that we can continue uptrend. And even we are waiting from this area. This is a demand area, and even this one is a demand area. Let's check from the chart what happened. Okay, this was a prediction. So we are waiting from 3 areas to buy from. We end up activated from this area. Then someone who entered from the morning, we are in the profit. So check from 30-minute time frame where we. Okay, you can see from 30 minutes, so we moved from the downside. We started making a highs and lows. Let's check from even 15 minutes where we entered from. Okay, 15-minute time frame. So we moved down. We know how the price moved from gold. Okay, you can see the formation of this area moving up at the same point. This area, formation of this one is the same formation as this one. The distance is not the same, but the formation of the price action is the same. Okay, even from the downside, we created those areas by moving up. Also these areas, these ones, we move up. Like this, we move up. So that's how gold move. If you are someone who knows how gold move, it's very easy to understand the market. Now, we entered from 15-minute time frame by looking for better confirmation from the candlesticks. Okay, so this is where we started. Making low to the high. Low faking you out. High to the low. Entry from this area. Continue with the high to the low. Entry from this area. Those are 2 areas to enter from. So that's where we took a buy from. Okay, the stop loss have to be below this area by anticipating the market to move up. Even this was an entry, so the stop loss you can set it from this area. So now we are still moving up. So the target, since this is a new highs from the higher time frame, remember we have to target some few pips as we measure the previous movement. Like for example, the way we moved from this area by moving up is what we can expect from this, or the way we moved from this area, this one can be the same distance that we are looking for from the upside. So that's why we are still expecting the bullish continuation from gold, as long as we look for better entries from even lower time frame. If you made money from this morning, from our prediction, and even if you are someone who watched our previous videos from Sunday, you are now in the better position. Even from yesterday, the people has been buying from gold. So that is my idea from gold. What are we looking for now? We are looking for the same scenario as what happened today. As long as we are waiting for ADP tomorrow and even an NFP from Friday, we have to be careful with the market. We can expect some choppy from these areas. Maybe the market is going to be trying to continue by consolidating from this area, then we end up continuing the uptrend, or we are going to even move down and come back from these areas and we start looking for uptrend continuation. That's what I'm going to be expecting from gold, as well as long as we are waiting also from NFP can make a change in the market. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting from gold. Even remember these lows, we can even move down from this area so that we can start looking for buy from here by balancing from demand zone. Then we expect the market to move up. If you are familiar with gold, this is very simple for you to understand how we are going to be looking for entries for the next day. So moving to another, let's move now on GBP USD. Remember on Sunday, okay? So the market was from this area. Okay, let me show you. We were from this area. We're expecting a move down and wait for the confirmation to enter for buy from this demand area. We had this one, okay, and we even had this from this area. You can see from here, this is also a demand zone. So the market, as I was expecting the gap, and we end up moving from this area. We are still in the 15 minutes. Let's move to H1 1 hour time frame. We moved down. Okay, this is generally a high to the low, so now we are going to be continue with the higher high. There's no doubt on that. We predicted GU from January, expecting the market to be reversing to the upside. That's what we are still looking for even today. Starting from the low, we are expecting the target to be from this area. Okay, this is our target. If you need to know more about where we predicted from, you have to go from our previous videos so that you can check where we started from the higher time frame by spotting everything, indicating the price is going to be reversing to the upside. Remember, we started from this low, so we are still in profit and we are still expecting the market to move up. So what am I looking for? Let me say, someone who is not in the market now, what can you do to make money from GU? Okay, we had this area, okay, whether this one or this one, we can move down and end up balancing this area, and then we continue up, and even we can continue from this area where we are standing now by uptrend continuation, moving up and down, and we continue in the uptrend. So from this area, if someone entered from this one, from the lower time frame, we are still expecting the market to continue in the uptrend. If you entered from this area, stay in and hold until we get to our target. But remember, you have to close some profit or secure some profit and leave the runner run without making over trading. Okay, now Euro USD. Checking from Euro USD. Same scenario. Let's see. Okay. So from our previous video, we have been looking to buy from this area. The market moved down as we opened. This is a demand area. We balanced from the low. Okay. So by explaining this, okay, we made a low to the lower high, to the lower low, to the lower high, to the low, to the high. We are waiting for the low to balance this area. We didn't come back to balance that area. So let me zoom in and see everything. You can see from this area we have an head and shoulder. We had two areas to be buying from. This is a demand area, generally from even the neckline. This was an area to balance and buy from. So the market continued moving up, but finally we came back and balanced this area. This is an entry. What you had to do was to just wait for the confirmation from the candlestick rejecting from this area. Then that is an opportunity for you to be entering from the zone where you can hold and make much money from this trade. So we talked all about that from our previous videos. Remember, we started predicting these pairs from January. So if we entered from this area and we continue moving up, we locked some profit, as well as you got another opportunity to be entering for another choice, so that you entered from this area and then we continue moving up. This morning I specified this area as a possibility for a retracement. Okay, we are moving up. Okay, let's say low to the high, to the low, to the high, waiting for the low from this area, whether this one and this one in general. We activated from this one, and this is an entry to buy from. So that's where we entered from this morning. We are in the profit now. If you are someone who how to secure some profit. Those are all area to be securing from. We are heading to this area, and even we have internal area to be securing from. So we got also those targets. So there's no doubt that we are making money from these pairs. Okay, moving to GJ. Okay, GBP Japanese yen. Okay, from last week, I'm talking about Sunday. Sunday, that's when we made a pre-market analysis. So we are waiting from some demand areas. Okay, we waited from this area. Remember, I've been saying that I'm expecting the gap down so that we can get a confirmation to buy from. So this area has not been, the price broke this area downside. We made a equal low from this area, from the previous demand equal low. So that's where we started making a high. From this scenario, this is an opportunity for the trader who is not in the trade, who did not enter from this area, or someone who entered from this area and locked some profit. You end up, your break-even has been hit, so then we are no longer in the market. So this is an opportunity for you to buy from the low, where you can make much money from this pair. So now we had two areas to be buying from. These are areas I mentioned in this morning. I posted them in the community. We are waiting for, this was the high, we need the low, the high to the low. So that's where we end up having these two areas, this one and this one. This one got activated, and then we are in the profit. Now we are still moving up, and even this was an entry from the downside, this one. Next, what are we expecting from GJ? Okay, we have this area has been activated, and we know how GJ moves most of the times. There are high probabilities that we are going to be continue moving up, okay, because this is low to the high to the low to the high to the low to continue with the higher high. Okay, this is a formation that we are expecting from GJ. So this is a formation, and we are on this level. We broke above this area. We are expecting the uptrend continuation from this area, so that we can be making money in the market. If the surprise happen in the market, maybe we can move down and start also from this area by start moving up, reversing to the upside. So those are areas I'm gonna be waiting from. So as I can see now, I'm expecting GPY to continue in the upside. Remember, tomorrow we have, let's check from the fundamental. Okay, tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. Okay, no, it will be on Thursday. Saturday, that's when we have the Bank of England monetary policy report, monetary policy summary. We have MPC, official bank rate votes, official bank rate. So on Thursday, we have to be careful with pound, because we're expecting very stronger fundamental from there. So on Friday, remember, we have NFP, and even from tomorrow we have ADP. So we have also to keep that in our mind, so that we can enter in the market by all the correction of information based on, so that you can take a decision to buy or sell in the market. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Until next time, take care, be safe, and remember to subscribe on the channel. Ciao.